so I was telling Brian before, when I was younger, I heard about how if someone were ever to have a heart attack or have a heart issue, that if you have cayenne pepper on hand, it can often help stop the progression of a heart attack.
Saves lives. It
Yeah.
really does.
Nutrient properties that do become medicine when we incorporate them into our diet.
Tell your doc he better learn about this.
One thing that is plaguing most people in the world, which is high cholesterol.
How smart are you about what you swallow?
We want to give you a little bit of a hint.
It reduces people's memory. It may or may not directly be linked to heart attacks or strokes.
That's wild. Welcome to Ingredient IQ.
Brian Clement from Hippocrates Wellness.
And my name is Lindsay Johnson, and welcome to Ingredient IQ here with the Hippocrates Wellness, bringing to you today.
And I'm going to ask each and every one of you to think in a very clear way, because in your kitchen cabinet and in the food your mom made for you and you're going out to eat, many, many times you see these powerful ingredients that we assume are just for taste or spice or seasoning. And I'm going to tell you something. They are powerful, powerful agents of health.
They are. And as we like to do, we're going to start with a little riddle. So, available epidemiological studies suggest that the consumption of blank is associated with reduced risk of all-cause as well as heart disease-related mortality.
So all-cause means every form of cardiovascular disease on the planet. 100%.
100%.
Bingo. The big one.
I mean, so this is a little tantalizing, I would say. So, well, what is this?
If you don't know what that is, you're not eating right.
We like to kick up the heat here at Hippocrates. So the answer is spicy chili foods, cayenne pepper, hot pepper, and the very active ingredient within that, which is capsicum.
And capsicum has been a medicine from the dawn of humanity. As a matter of fact, when you want to hear a wonderful story, when my first child came 40-some years ago, and we were breastfeeding, and he had a little sister coming shortly after. We didn't know how to tell him no more milk, because that was a bonding with mom. Mm-hmm. And a naturopathic doctor friend of mine said, why don't you put a little cayenne pepper on there, and you don't laugh. And he went and embraced the breast and shook his head, and it took 2 times, and then he said, my sister needs some milk.
Yeah.
So you can use this for that reason too.
It's amazing how we respond to nature in certain ways. So, so next here we have cholesterol. So something that a lot of people suffer with high cholesterol, which does comes as a part of the all-cause mortality with heart disease, which is one of the reasons that people are dying left and right around us. So numerous studies have demonstrated that red pepper and its constituent capsicum could decrease total cholesterol, triglyceride, low-density lipoproteins, and increase high-density lipoproteins.
And here's what all of that means in English for you. We all know cholesterol heart attacks. It's not quite that simple. That was the old school way of looking at it. Mm-hmm. We now know triglycerides, heart attacks, and strokes. Now, this not only takes care of cholesterol, which by the way has to do with reduction of oxygen, which increases cancer, viral diseases, bacterial disease, and more what? Brain problems. But then it also takes care of low density lipid and increases. It actually gets rid of the bad guy that used to be called bad cholesterol, low density lipid, and increases high density lipid.
Amazing.
Now, can you imagine this is something that comes from nature, that in many cultures around the world, be it in the Far East or be it in South America, this is commonly consumed.
Yeah, it's such a smart food. And you know, us as humans, we try to develop medicines and things that would do the same exact thing with such accuracy. And here we have the foods doing it for themselves.
Well, the reason that happened is way back at the beginning of the 20th century, they realized that you couldn't patent herbal medicine. So the pharmaceuticals began, and they actually look at, in every case, by the way, at herbal medicine and then synthesize it so they can patent it and sell it to you.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Not surprising, though.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
So another component here is obesity. Researchers observed significantly lower weight gain and food intake, triglyceride, glucose, and insulin levels when using capsicum.
What it does is suppresses the leptin, and the leptin is a hormone that comes out and says, eat, eat, eat. I must have had a lot of them when I was young.
Yeah.
You did too.
Oh, of course.
We were leptin nuts.
Yes.
And if we had only taken cayenne pepper, I would have weighed a lot less than I used to.
Yeah, it's amazing how I think everyone has had a moment in their life where they eat a bunch of food and they're just like, man, I just feel like a bottomless pit today. Can I have another snack? Can I have another meal after just having another meal? Well, that is the leptin in our brain saying, just eat more.
Absolutely, and you need that leptin there, but by the way, it has to be adjusted. And we train the leptin, the hormone. So if you overeat all of the time, it has more of the leptins out there to yell and scream, eat more. If you don't eat so much, it will actually down-regulate it. You'll have less leptin, and then to help you get to that place, take the cayenne pepper in your food, and it's wonderful for you. You can also, if you don't like the taste of this hot, spicy food, you can actually get capsules and consume them.
Yeah, I take the capsule form myself. It's always good to have on hand. So studies have shown that
You're not taking them to lose weight, are you?
No, but I like to take it for, well, so I was telling Brian before, when I was younger, I heard about how if someone were ever to have a heart attack or have a heart issue, that if you have cayenne pepper on hand, it can also often help stop the progression of a heart attack.
Saves lives. It really does save. As a matter of fact, I think we talked about it. That was a rescue person that carried that with him, correct?
Yeah, it was. And so really, really powerful. And so ever since then, I kind of have this thing where I always have to have cayenne pepper with me at all times.
Well, before we came into the studio today, I was just telling a consultation by phone, a person who has circulatory problem, cardiovascular problem, arrhythmia problems, to take cayenne pepper. And they said, cayenne pepper? I said, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially those of you who are sedentary at your desk all day. You know, you're not moving as much as maybe you should be. You're not walking around doing manual labor. Great to have for circulation as well.
You bet. When you're sitting on your butt all day long, you have to do something to get that blood going.
Exactly. So studies have shown that red pepper, as well as capsicum, has the ability to control metabolic syndrome and its related disorders, such as obesity, like we just spoke about, disrupted lipid profile, diabetes, and its complications.
Well, diabetes, well, that's a big one. That's on the hit parade now. That's been
It
going
is.
up that's been number one.
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you.
It's the winner of the race.
It's the winner of the race. So can you imagine, along with changing your diet and your lifestyle and adding, as we discussed, exercise, that you can help to regulate the diabetic condition by taking capsicum tincture, which is the medicine from cayenne pepper and other peppers. That's probably the best way to get it in the supplemental form, and then putting it into your food itself. Remember, it always has to be raw. Once you cook it, all of the phytochemicals and the medicines are gone.
Exactly. So the more hot pepper, the better. Also, what is so interesting is capsicum exhibits strong anti-cancer properties in various cancer types. So not only does it help with your weight loss, your cholesterol, your diabetes, but I mean, just throw cancer on top of the mix.
Yeah, now why that happens is because when you put cayenne pepper, capsicum, the medical part of it, it gets circulation moved, so the stem cells become more active, and the stem cells come out and activate the immune system, the eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, and they attack the cancers before they become formidable.
Yeah, it's truly amazing, and we love having the raw hot peppers here at Hippocrates. If you've ever been here and you have had our hot sauce, I mean, make sure to leave a comment on this video so we know your experience with it. I know when I first started working here, I was like, I love hot sauce, and I just drenched it all over my salad. Come to find out, it's way hotter than you may have thought in the beginning.
You're not kidding. Well, the Red Hot Peppers are a new rock band that took over the place of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, but they play only organic music.
They do. It's very healing for the body.
That's right. We have to dance like a pepper when you listen to that.
Exactly. And the red hot peppers, when they're raw, I think they give you even stronger of a kick than if they were to be
They
in
really
other
do.
forms.
Have you ever noticed how absolutely joyous Latino people are? They eat a lot of pepper. They're happy, they're running around and listen to their music. It's not dead music like Anglo music. You can dance, you can play, you can run around. Do you want to have more fun in your life? Take cayenne pepper.
Exactly. So we encourage you at Hippocrates to keep things hot and spicy in your life, and we will see you next time.
We're going to see you next time. Be well.